बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मन वल्हिक़नी बिस्सालिहीन फ़ातिर समावात वल अर्ज़ अंत वली फ़िद दुनिया वल आखिरह तवफ़नी मुस्लिमन वल्हिक़नी बिस्सालिहीन. Like all other languages, the English language is very vast, very comprehensive to learn, understand and impart. One of the important parts of the language is phrases and idioms. Phrases are very simple, they have clear meaning. Sometimes idioms create problem because they have hidden meaning. For example, I repeat it. I gave example of one idiom here. I repeat it. To carry coal to Newcastle. Maybe in Newcastle there is plenty of coal, it is not needed. Or maybe the climate of Newcastle is quite modest, they don't need coal there. So to carry coal to Newcastle means to take a thing to a place where it is not needed there, or it is already available there in plenty. It has hidden meaning. The same is true with other languages, Hindi, Urdu, Persian, Arabic. They have thousands of phrases, idioms in them, those languages. Here there are about 25,000 phrases and idioms used in the English language. And of them, 19,000 are standard or formal, means used in written English. 6,000 are informal, non-standard. They are used mostly in spoken English. And these phrases idioms add beauty to the sentences where necessary. And in competitive exam, this is one of the questions, to define and illustrate, mean give meaning and use them in your own sentences. So this question is always set for the candidates to attempt it, and it's really rewarding question, gives more meaning than other many questions, because it has very important use in language. So with this idea in mind, I make you write, I explain some other phrases and idioms. For example, you just listen to what I say. The first one is no love lost. It means a state of enmity. You need not write, just listen to. A state of enmity or animosity. Adawat ki kaifiyat, enmity. There is no love lost between the two brothers or two friends. Other phrase is swan song. Swan is a kind of bird having long neck, curved neck like duck, and it is a water bird. So swan song means a last work of some author or great person of renown. For example, Shakespeare, John Milton, some other great entrepreneur or maybe capitalist, maybe wrestler or a star or a stage show performer or show businessman. So swan song means the last work of a person, but very great famous work. For example, we have here Shakespeare The Tempest is the swan song of William Shakespeare. He beats Lucy Gray, for example. Here is the example, not sure whether it is, but it is one of the greatest swan songs of by William Wordsworth as a romantic poem. Other phrase is to bid fair, means to say goodbye or promise well. For example, I am committed to you for something. I promise to do it. It means I promise well to perform that job or deed well in time according to the promise. He bids fair to be a great singer or great star in future. It means somebody is going to be a great person in life. It appears from his or her performance or word or activities. Then we have to break in. It has two meanings in English. One is to break into something and enter. Other meaning is to interrupt. For example, you are working and somebody interrupts or disturbs you, that is to break in. Ahmed always breaks in when I discuss his future plans. Other to curry favor. Here curry means not salna, it is a phrase, verb curry favor. Means to win favor of somebody, maybe favor of boss, some great person, some other blessing or some other kind favor, to have some motive or interest, maybe economic, maybe personal, maybe political. He is trying to curry favor with his superiors. Superior people who are above him, He is subordinate, others are superiors, officers or bosses. To flare up, when somebody is in great anger, maybe in fury, that is called to flare up, means to burst in anger. He flared up as soon as he saw his rival. Rival is used for person who is your competitor or who is against you, maybe in competition, maybe in politics, maybe in some other business, maybe business rival who is your competitor. To drive at means to come to conclusion, to reach the end of something. I cannot understand where you are driving at in this matter. Means your matter, what you talk about, is beyond my comprehension. I can't understand it. Other phrase is to fall foul of something. It means to fall out, to quarrel, to make something as a dispute, or maybe just opposite to each other in contest. He is a wicked person. Do not fall foul of him, means don't go against him, he may harm you. Then we have to lay by. For some hard times, you save some money so that you can have it at a difficult time, especially the rainy days. To lay by means to save money, bachat karna. You must lay by some money for the rainy days. Yeah, rainy days means hard days or difficult days, or when you need money at the most. To play the truant. Truant is a person who comes to school and then runs away. In American English, it is called hooky, H-O-O-K-Y. I remember I gave you this word on the whiteboard and you wrote it, to play truant, T-R-U-N-T. Means to run away from school or college or any educational institution. Means the person is not regular. He or she is irregular, comes then run away. The boy has been playing truant from a long time. For the long time he has been absent from school. He may come or might come, but he leaves or she leaves during the course of classes. To run short of, you need money, you need merchandise, your household goods, some other things of consumption, maybe food, ghee, oil, sugar, and so on. When you run short of them, you will be in shortage. You don't have enough to use further. The sailors ran short of food during the storm. To sponge on or you have to sponge off. When somebody doesn't work and he is just sponging on others, means getting everything from others, doing nothing for his own survival or maintenance. That is called a sponge on. And also is off is the same sense. Sponge on or sponge off means to live on others. One doesn't work, get everything from others without doing anything for them. For example, call his sponges on or upon his rich uncle. To talk shop. A person who is selfish always talks about his own interest or benefit. That is called to talk shop. Means खुदगर्जी की बात करना हमेशा, अपनी बात करना है. To talk about own self. He is selfish person and always talks shop. And also a person who has some vested interest or personal interest, that is of the same sense or meaning as it is. To wind up. W-I-N-D, wind means air, hawa that moves quickly, touches our body. That is called wind. It is wind, W-I-N-D. Also wind a clock, chabi dena. Here to wind up means to close, to come to conclusion or stop doing something, maybe business, maybe some other activity. To close up, the man intends to wind up his business. What business comes from? Do you remember? From busy, means engage. Then we have phrase A, B, C. First two letters of the English alphabet. Means basic knowledge of something. He does not know even ABC of physics or maybe chemistry or English, means doesn't know even basic things or rudiments or elementary things. A bed of roses means a state in which you feel comfortable, no harm, no thorns, it's all okay. So a bed of roses means a comfortable life without any unease or difficulty or disease or problem. Means very comfortable. Life is not a bed of roses, it is a bed of thorns also. Then a blue stocking. In society, especially in England and some American society, people who have noble family are called blue stocking. But here it means a lady who is having great literary knowledge, maybe literature of a language or other languages, French, German, Dutch, and so on. So blue stocking means literary woman, a woman who is very good at some literature. Azra is a blue stocking and is very famous among the literary circles. Then we have bone of contention, fasad ki jad, a person who always creates disputes or quarrels and maybe creates mess for others instead of making peace or bringing peace. A basic cause of quarrel, for example, Kashmir is a bone of contention between Pakistan and India. With the same meaning, we have an apple of discord, means fasad ki jad, cause of quarrel. Basic cause of quarrel. Their father's property has become an apple of discord among brothers. If there are two brothers, between brothers, more than two, among brothers. An apple of one's eye means very dear to somebody, very dear. Maybe a son, husband, wife, maybe some other person. A person who is dear to somebody is very dear. She is an apple of her father's or mother's eye. आँख का तारा है, बड़ा प्यारा है. An open secret, known as secret but known to many people. Fahm raz, not that much hidden or confidential. A known secret. This is an open secret that some people are ruining the peace of city. And there are some people who are mischief monger and they disturb the people and create unrest or absence of peace in the people, among the people. Then we brain wave. Anything that comes to your mind, especially bright one, productive idea, that is called a brave wave, W-A-V-E. A brave wave saved the whole organization. There were some people who really wanted to create problem, but some brave wave means some good thinkers. They were there, they saved the organization from being ruined. Above board, on airship, aeroplane, ferry, launch, and boat and ship. There are board means place. Whenever you are there, you are on board, you are swar, very much on it. So here above board means honest, person who is clear in all dealings and transactions. Nothing wrong with him or her. So he is above board in his dealings. अपने लेन देन में बड़ा खरा है, सच्चा और ईमानदार है. A casting vote. Sometimes there is a tie. Both sides are equal in voting. We need one vote to fight decision, and that is called casting vote. As an assembly, sometimes president has right of casting vote, means a final vote to make decision whether this side wins or that side wins. So a deciding vote. The chairman used this casting vote in favor of the opposition. A child's play, बच्चों का खेल, a very easy thing, means easy work. It is not a child's play to master oneself in a language. A language takes a long time to master. Its vocabulary, grammar, syntax, use, it's all genres, prose, poetry, novel, drama, all these things included called language. It takes some time. So it is it's difficult job, not a child's work. A close-fisted man means miser, a person who has some money in his fist but doesn't want to open it or spend it. So his close-fisted means miser, mean, kanjus, bakhil. He is a close-fisted person and you cannot hope for any donation from him. If donation is in form of cash or check, it is called handout. It is called handout. A close shave means an accident that might happen, an arm or a injure you, but you fortunately remain safe. That is called a close shave, means baal bach jana. Zare ka hath se ko bachi hui. Means a narrow escape. A close shave and narrow escape are both phrases. Here phrase has in phrase meaning. He had a narrow escape or close shave from an accident yesterday. A fish out of water. There is a hadith, a moment when his mosque is just like fish in water. Out of mosque is just like fish out of water. मोमिन मस्जिद में ऐसा है जो मछली पानी में, और पानी मस्जिद से बाहर ऐसा है जैसे मछली पानी से बाहर. ये great peace in Hamas. Just I quoted for you. The same meaning here. A fish of water means person who feels restless, uneasy, means feel uncomfortable. I am just like a fish out of water when I am away from my brothers. Because I miss them when I am away. A jailbird. There are some habitual people. They are very happy in jail and they love their inmates. People who meet you in prison are together, live together, eat together. They are called inmates. I-N-M-A-T-S. Jail में इकट्ठे रहने वाले. So the jailbird means he frequents jail. He goes to jail again and again. That is his next home or place. He is very happy there. Means habitual criminal. He is a jailbird and does not feel happy out of the prison. Then here we have some other phrases. I explain them one by one. Man of letters, noun phrase. Here letters means knowledge. Knowledge, whatever you have knowledge, that is called letters. Literal meaning of letters is alphabet. Alphabet, huruf. And every language has letters or alphabet or characteristics. Here man of letters means man having profound knowledge or deep knowledge in some discipline. A literary person, the man of letters has respected place in every society. A man of straw. Straw means hay. Draw grass, that is called straw or hay. A man of straw means very weak person, having no money, no influence, no power. That is called a man of straw, means a weak person. He is a man of straw and cannot face the opposition. Means he is not able to face opposition, he will just surrender because he is weak in terms of money, physical power and influence. Rotten eggs, ganda anda. Nobody would like to have rotten egg. Will anybody? Not. So rotten eggs means bad thing or a bad person. खराब चीज़ या खराब इंसान. A rotten egg spoils the whole lot. And also from eggs, I gave you a phrase day before yesterday, a proverb. Never put all of your eggs in one basket. Means don't run risk. Put them in separate baskets so that all may not be broken or go one at a time. It means when you have enough money, sufficient funds, don't invest in one entrepreneur or business. Invest them in separate businesses so that in case of loss, you don't go bankrupt all of a sudden in all business. You have some money here, some there and some there. So putting all eggs in one basket means running a very big risk, very big risk. Blue blood. A blood is always red, never blue. But it is a phrase. A person belonging to royal family. Shahi Khandan ka aadmi, blue blood. Royal blood. Princess, the royal attitude, she is a blue blood among here. Bad blood. A blood cannot be bad. Maybe it has something about glucose in excess, blood sugar and so on. Here bad blood means a state of enmity or ill feeling. किसी के खिलाफ दुश्मनी या बदनीयती. Some people are trying to create bad blood among the provinces. Provinces should be united all together, regardless of language, color, caste, creed and opinions. Maybe religion different, but all provinces of country should remain in entity or unison. So create bad blood means to create enmity or a state of ill will among the provinces. Otherwise, they should be together and all. Back out. For example, I promise you to do something for you, maybe money, some other thing in hour of need. But I back out, means I refuse to help. I give you cold shoulder. That is called back out. Madad se inkar karna. To retreat, पीछे हटना, surrender. He promised to help me, but he backed out at the last moment. At the last moment, at the 11th hour. At the last moment, at the 11th hour. You can write down, at the 11th hour. At the 11th hour. means at the last moment. It's a phrase. At the 11th hour means at the last moment. Write one example. He promised for help. He promised for help, comma, but he refused at the 11th hour. But he refused at the 11th hour, but at the last moment, when I needed his help most. Then bad debt, D-E-B-T. It has two pronunciations. D-E-B-I-T is pronounced debit and D-E-B-T pronounced date, because there is no vowel between B and T. So bad debt are the debt that is irrevocable loan, a loan that you can't get back. It is gone forever. Just forget about it. So bad debt is the money that you lend but you never get back. It is called bad debt, D-E-B-T. A debt which cannot likely to be paid, it is a bad debt. Write down. There is a huge amount, there is a huge outstanding amount, there is a huge outstanding amount that is a bad debt, D-E-B-T. Bag and baggage, tam tobra, with all provisions, belongings you have. Maybe your bed, some utensils, some cooking parts, some other useful things you take along and go somewhere. Maybe जैसे तबलीगी जमात वाले जाते हैं या मुसाफिर कहीं ठहरते हैं, bag and baggage, तमाम सामान के साथ. With all the belongings, they left the house with bag and baggage. Bear the brunt. B-R-U-N-T and B-U-R-N-T have different meaning. Burnt is the past tense of burn. Here burnt means loss, L-O-S-S. Means खमियाजा उठाना या नुकसान बर्दाश्त करना. Bear the brunt of something is to face the main force or face the pressure. The manager has to bear the brunt of anger or loss. Bear the lion in his den is a verbal phrase. The place where lion lives or stays is called den. Also some places where the criminal live. The lion is known as the king of the forest, and if you go near him, it will surely harm you. So to bear the lion in his den means to face danger, acute danger, exactly at the place where one lives. If you go to a great person or powerful person and talk to in his face and maybe challenge him, that will be a great risk for you. So to bear the lion in his den means to oppose face to face a great person or powerful person. To stop him from his violent activities like bearing the lion in his den. Bear the palm. Palm means front part of your hand. This is called palm. Means to be the winner. To be the winner. And also the palm is a palm tree. Date palm tree. You understand? He bore the palm at the annual contest. सालाना मुकाबले में शानदार कामयाबी हासिल की. Better half. In conjugal life, two people are connected forever, unless separated or divorced. Their wife and husband. Both are called half, better halves. Wife is better half, husband is better half. Means wife or husband. The husband has complete trust in his better half. In his better half. Bird of passage. Means a passage, a person who has no settled home. He goes from place to place and lives wherever he finds some place to stay there. So bird of passage means a person who lives from place to place or go to place. Its one word is tramp, T-R-A-M-P. I made you write a few days back. Beggar, T-R-A-M-P, tramp. He is a bird of passage, he will never settle down here. Bird's eye. ताराना नज़र मीन्स टू हैव अ ब्रीफ लुक एट समथिंग, मुख्तसर नज़र देखना, एक झलक देखना, ए बर्ड्स आई, फुल फ्रेज ए बर्ड्स आई व्यू, ए जनरल व्यू। वी हैड अ बर्ड्स आई व्यू ऑफ कराची लास्ट वीक। Beat blue and black means to beat severely. To beat severely. खूब मारना means punish too much. Teachers are not permitted to beat their students black and blue. When they are beaten so, they are just mark blue and black on their flesh or back or their face. So it is not permitted to. फरमाया चेहरे को कभी न मारे, ये खुद उसने अपने हाथ से बनाया है। बहुत गुस्सा भी हो तो पीठ पे मारे और जगह हमारे चेहरे पर न मारे, भले अपना हो या पराया हो, कितना भी जालिम हो मजलूम हो, चेहरे पे कभी न मारे, मना किया हुआ है, हदीस शरीफ भी है। बर्ड्स ऑफ फेदर मीन्स पीपल ऑफ लाइक माइंड और लाइक हैबिट, एक ही किस्म के लोग, एक ही मिजाज के लोग, people of the same thought and habits. Birds of a feather flock together. It is a proverb. हम जिन्स के साथ उड़ता है, बाज के साथ बाज, चिड़ी के साथ चिड़ी। इसके अगेंस्ट जाएंगे तो बाज जी रेस्ते उडामी चिड़ी, आनो इस पेट में सो भी पैस गिरी, बड़ी मशहूर मिसाल है। बाज बाज है, चिड़ी चिड़ी है। Black sheep. Sheep is or are normally of white color, maybe milk white, maybe brown white or some other. Hardly there are black sheep, they are. But ये black sheep is person of bad character or unwanted person. We must point out black sheep of the society, Then bread and butter. You need bread and butter for your sustenance or survival. Everybody needs that, even animals need. So here bread and butter means material gains, mali fayde. Everybody is running after bread and butter nowadays. By leaps and bounds, when you skip or take a big jump, there's leaps and bounds. Mana din duni, raat chogni taraqi karna. Pakistan is developing or progressing by leaps and bounds. He is making progress by leaps and bounds. By hook or by crook. This is hook, this is crook, teda. Hook is a kind of a pointed weapon that you just hit or strike or you just press or pinch. And crook is just like thug और पर डिसऑनेस्ट पर्सन, सीधी उंगली से या उल्टी उंगली से घी निकालना है, अपना काम निकालना है। सो बाय हुक और क्रॉक बाय राइट मीन्स और रॉन्ग मीन्स, सीधे तरीके से या गलत तरीके से। क्रुक आल्सो मीन्स ठग, बदमाश किस्म का आदमी जो ठग, उसको क्रुक कहते हैं, क्रुक CROOK। द स्टूडेंट्स वांट टू पास द एग्जाम्स बाय हुक और बाय क्रुक। इसकी और माना रखे, बाय हुक or by crook, by fair or by foul means. By fair or by foul means. By fair or by foul means. By fits and starts. When there are fits, you stop, and again you start means कभी काम करना है, कभी नहीं करना है, माने irregularly. By fits and starts means irregularly. Those who work by fits and starts seldom succeed in life. By and by means slowly and slowly with stages or means gradually. By and by means gradually. I so convinced him by and by that he agreed with me fully. Add fuel to the fire. जलती में तेल डालना मीन्स हालात को और बिगाड़ना, टू अग्रवेट और वर्सन द सिचुएशन और कंडीशन, टू इंक्रीज समथिंग इन अ बैड सेंस इट्स ग्रेविटी. द स्पीच ऑफ लेबर लीडर एडेड फ्यूल टू द फायर, एंड फ्यूल आल्सो मीन्स मे बी फायरवुड, maybe some straw, maybe some wooden pieces with whom you make a fire, that is called fuel. Even हवाई जहाज़ का तेल जो आला क्वालिटी का होता है वो भी फ्यूल में आता है. नीचे से आप जो कचरा उठा के जला दे, कागज़ वगैरह, पत्ते वगैरह, वो भी फ्यूल में आता है. एनीथिंग यूज्ड एज फायर कॉल्ड फ्यूल. Again and again, means repeatedly. If you do this exercise again and again, you will become master, means mahir, expert. All and sundry, means everybody, without distinction or any discrimination. Everybody, not some special. हर एक बगैर किसी फर्क के. All and sundry means everybody, including special ones also. All and sundry came to the village fair today. Also, there are some words in prose which are used as informal phrases. See, for example, if you recollect phrase idiom from Frank Arthur, or maybe The Day the Dam Broke by James Thurber, there is also phrases like this. You will find them quite relevant to these phrases. Bobtail and ragtag. Write down bobtail and ragtag. Bobtail, bobtail and ragtag, ragtag, from Frank Arthur, The Day the Dam Broke. Means everybody without distinction. Bobtail and ragtag, ragtag, means everybody, all and sundry. All at sea. There are two phrases you see, at the sea and at sea. At sea means in trouble and problem. And at the sea means performing sea journey or having being on a ship. जहाज़ पर है, बहरी सफ़र, at the ship. और द के बगैर at sea बना in difficulty or in trouble, ये ख्याल करना. There are hundreds of phrases with article or without article, with different meanings. If you miss them, there is a problem. If you use them where you are not supposed to use, it is also a problem. ये ख्याल कर आर्टिकल कहाँ आ रहा है, कहाँ नहीं आ रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इन लेटर एंड स्पिरिट. इन लेटर एंड स्पिरिट, अब यहाँ इन एक दफ़ा आया, दोबारा नहीं आएगा. कई जगहों पे आर्टिकल रिपीट नहीं होती. मीन्स एट लॉस. आई रिमेन्ड ऑल एट सी इन दिस न्यू बिजनेस. अलादीन स्लैब, जादुई चिराग, रगड़ो जिन निकल आएगा, सारा काम कर देगा, हम आराम से बैठे रहेंगे. मैजिक लैम्प which can do everything. Those who dream of Aladdin's lamp can achieve nothing. इसका दो एक फ्रेज लिखिए. Daydreaming. Daydreaming means just thinking about something, doing nothing. Daydreaming. ऐसा दूसरा फ्रेज लिख के बताया है, ब्राउन स्टडी. ए ब्राउन स्टडी, इसकी भी यही माना है, तकरीबन रेलेवेंट. Alpha and Omega. From Greek language, the first letter and the last letter of the Greek language are alpha and omega. Means a beginning and end. Beginning, if you know beginning and end, means you know almost everything about something. You know it. It's in your knowledge. So, beginning and end means the alpha and omega of Islam, and that God is one and Muhammad, peace be upon him, is this prophet, is his prophet. Animal spirit, maybe an ant, choti or chota, maybe dinosaur or elephant, they are animals. And most of the phrase idioms are relevant to human beings. Remember them, human beings. They are related to mankind. Means physical strength. He is full of animal spirit and he will win the race. Here spirit means enthusiasm, power, courage, ability, vitality. And axe to grind. Axe माना कुहाड़ा, छोटी कुल्हाड़ी को हैचेट कहते हैं. HATCHET, HATCHET, hatchet. Axe to grind means think of one's own interest, अपनी गर्ज का सोचना, to have one's own interest. Or he will not help anyone unless he has an axe to grind. He will only involve in the matter when he has some own object or purpose. Then he will join you or give you his hand. At an arm's length means keep away. Keep at an arm's length means keep somebody away. Not allow somebody to come or let him or her advance. करीब नहीं आने देना, परे रखना. At a distance, you must keep the bad friends at your arm's length. Means keep them, always remain away from them so that they might not harm you or give you any loss, maybe physical, monetary or some other. A dark horse. In races, there are some horses who are not supposed to win, but we expect sometimes they win. They are known dark horse, when a person or horse which is not supposed to win, but fortunately or accidentally he or that horse wins. तो ऐसा आदमी जिसकी कामयाबी की उम्मीद नहीं है, या ऐसा घोड़ा जिसका रेस कोर्स में जीतने की उम्मीद नहीं है, वो जीत जाता है, उसको डार्क हॉर्स कहते हैं. मीन्स ए पर्सन विद हिडन क्वालिटीज़, छुपा रुस्तम, जिसके बारे में उम्मीद नहीं कामयाब होगा लेकिन छुपा रुस्तम है, हिडन. He proved to be a dark horse and won all the prizes. Double face, to have two face, दोगलापन वाला, मुनाफिक. Unreliable person, person who cannot be relied on or upon. One cannot trust a double-faced person. The only thing that you can witness, very surprising, very extreme, is human face. It changes colors like chameleon. गिर की तरह रंग बदलता है, कभी खुशी है, कभी कुछ है, कभी मुनाफिकत है, कभी बिल्कुल अनएक्सपेक्टेड किस्म का पोज किस्म का रंग है. ये ऐसे अल्लाह ने दिया है इसको रंग, पता नहीं कई रूप बदलता है. यहाँ से डबल फेस बताया, मुनाफिक किस्म का आदमी, मन में कुछ, ज़बान में कुछ, कौल में कुछ, फ़ैल में कुछ. One cannot trust a double-faced person. Flesh and blood, very common phrase, most used in newspapers. When you go to some person, meet him or her, you are their flesh and blood. Here it means human nature. That phrase I am going to make you right now. Human nature, I am man of flesh and blood and cannot commit mistakes. Write down phrase. In the flesh, in the flesh, in the flesh, in person, in person. The Prime Minister was there. The Prime Minister was there in the flesh. In the flesh means personally मौजूद था, तस्वीर नहीं था, कोई ख़त नहीं भेजा, himself he was there in the flesh. It's a very common phrase used in newspapers about personal meetings. फ़र्ज़ कीजिए स्काइप में हम इंटरव्यू लेते हैं, बंदा स्काइप पे होता है, हमारे सामने नहीं होता है, तो he is not in the flesh, he is there. In the flesh he is very much there. In the flesh means quite just opposite, face to face. Flesh and blood, human nature. I am a man of flesh and blood and cannot commit mistakes. Mistake, crime, blunders, such things are committed. Other word for them is mac. Its past tense is mad. French leave means furlough. Leave without permission. It's called French leave. He was turned out from service because he always enjoyed the French leave. From hand to mouth means very limited sources. Whatever is available, you have it, then you wait for some other thing to wait and have the next time. उसको कहते हैं from hand to mouth. कसम पुर्सी की हालत, तंग दस्ती की हालत, जो मिला खा लिया, उसके बाद इंतज़ार करें जब मिलेगा तो खाएंगे. Means to be very poor or poor. He is a poor man and lives from hand to mouth. Go hand in hand. चोली दामन का साथ, shoulder to shoulder. Means साथ साथ जाना. As we have reference in Bible, that Adam and Eve went hand in hand in paradise or heaven. आदम अलैहिस्सलाम और बीबी हवा हाथ में हाथ लिए जन्नत में फिरते थे. वो hand in hand together, साथ in company. इकट्ठे। यहाँ भी यही माना है, टू गो टुगेदर। हार्ड वर्क एंड सक्सेस गो हैंड इन हैंड, मन का चोरी दामन का साथ। जहाँ मेहनत होगी वहाँ कामयाबी भी होगी। हैंड एंड ग्लव, दस्ताना है उसको ग्लव कहते हैं। हाथ में दस्ताना आ गया, मेरे इकट्ठे हैं, मैंने वेरी क्लोज, ऑन इंटीमेट टर्म्स, बहुत करीबी ताल्लुकात, बिल्कुल वेज है। हैंड एंड ग्लव, टू बी वेरी क्लोज, दे आर वेरी सिंसियर, दे आर हैंड एंड ग्लव विथ ईच अदर दीज डेज। हार्ड एंड फास्ट मीन्स वेरी फिक्स्ड, कल परसों भी बताया, शायद याद होगा। हार्ड एंड फास्ट, there is no hard and fast rule about it to solve this problem. It means strict or very much fixed or unchangeable. That is called hard and fast. This club has hard and fast rules to govern the members. A hard nut to crack means a difficult problem to solve. A hard problem to solve. Difficult problem. The problem of waterlogging is a hard nut to crack. सेम जो है उसको वाटर लॉगिंग कहते हैं, और सैलिनिटी जो है उसको थोर कहते हैं। सिम है कलर, सेम और थोर। सैलिनिटी सैलिन से बना है, माना खारा पानी। सैलिनिटी माना कलर या थोर, और वाटर लॉगिंग माना सिम। ज़मीन के नीचे से पानी निकल आता है, अच्छी भली ज़मीन बेकार हो जाती है। The problem of waterlogging is a hard nut to crack. Gift of the gab. Gab is very old word for tongue. ज़बान, gift माना तोहफा, माना फ़न तकरीर। A person who has a great art of speech, he is an orator. मुकर्रर है, खुश बयान है, हसीन बयान है, अच्छा बोलता है, उसको गिफ्ट ऑफ द गैप कहते हैं। स्पीकिंग पावर, ए टीचर मस्ट हैव द गिफ्ट ऑफ द गैप। हार्ट एंड सोल मीन्स बॉडी एंड सोल, दिलो जान से, तवज्जो से, विथ ऑल या फुल डिवोशन। ही पुट हिज हार्ट एंड सोल इन हिज वर्क एंड थस सक्सीडेड। इन अ फिक्स मीन्स ग्रेट ट्रबल, बड़ी तकलीफ में, मुसीबत में। मीन्स ए थिंग दैट इज अनडिसाइडेड और मे बी इन प्रॉब्लम। ही इज इन अ फिक्स टू डिसाइड अबाउट हिज फ्यूचर करियर। In black and white, when you put down something in writing, the space gets black, means written something on it, and the other space remains white, unwritten. So in black and white माना in writing, तहरीर में, लिखत में। The agreement was put in black and white. For agreement, you know what do we say? Ink, I-N-K, ink. तहरीर करना, लिखन। They inked an एग्रीमेंट, लिख के दिखाया था परसों, अखबार में अक्सर आता है, इंक को वर्ब इस्तेमाल करते हैं। इन कोल्ड ब्लड मीन्स हैविंग नो मर्सी, नो सिंपैथी, संगदिली के साथ, बेरहमी के साथ। विदाउट फीलिंग या विकेडली। हिज एनिमीज किल्ड हिम इन कोल्ड ब्लड। टू क्राई वोल्फ, वेरी ओल्ड स्टोरी। There was a shepherd, he cried, there is a wolf, save me, he is going to eat my sheep. When the people came, there was nothing, no wolf, so they went back. Again he cried, again they went back. After several times he cried, nobody went for his help. So the wolf ate, damaged or ate all his, swallowed all his sheep. So means cry, raise a false cry, झूठी पुकार या फरियाद करना, कूड़ी दाह कर, to cry a wolf. To raise a false alarm. The Indian leaders often cry wolf to get more aid. Some more phrases. To cut a sorry figure. I remember I already told you, to cut a sorry figure, to fail a test or to fail in something. To make poor impression. He cut a sorry figure in his interview. To eat one's word. I speak something, maybe they are not good words, and you take ill of them, but I take them back. अपने अल्फाज वापस लेना means to react one's word या retract one's words. Think before you speak, lest you should have to eat your words. अपने बोलने से पहले सोचें, ऐसा नहीं कि आपको अपनी अल्फाज वापस लेने पड़े, माजरत करनी पड़े या परेशानी हो। टू फेदर वंस ऑन नेस्ट, birds get feathers put in their nest to make them smooth and comfortable so that they themselves and their eggs and young ones remain safe. घोंसलों में पर रखते हैं अपना, मन अपने ही आराम का सोचना, अपने ही भले का सोचना। To think of one's own benefit. He always feathers his own nest and does not think about the poor. To fall short means to become short of something, maybe water, money, flour, or something else. Means to diminish, to reduce in quantity, so much so that you need that badly. He could not continue his business because he fell short of money or investment. To get into hot water means to get in trouble, to be in difficult situation, in trouble. My friend is in hot waters these days. To get rid of, to be completely free from some trouble or some uneasy time, to get rid of, to get free. It is difficult to get rid of the foolish habits because we develop habits among ourselves with the passage of time, and we impose them on ourselves. It's not compulsory, but we make them compulsory, and it is hard to get rid of them. It takes long time to get rid of them. To gird one's loins, the back side of human waist, it's called loins, kamar, kamar basta hona, and to be well prepared for some hard time, मुश्किल के लिए कमर बस्ता होना, मुंह देना. To prepare oneself, gird up your loins and face the situation boldly. To go through, to means to pass smoothly. You have to go through all the system, means you have to make or give all details, go through. For example, go through this letter, go through this book, go through this matter, means understand it fully. We have not gone through the matter yet. To hit below the belt. In wrestling or some games, if we hit below the stick, it will be foul. इसके नीचे चोट मारेंगे, फाउल हो जाएगा. तो यहाँ बेल्ट होता है, इसके ऊपर जो भी करना मारना है. To hit below the belt means to perform unfairly or unjudiciously or unwell. फाउल खेलना या नाजायज़ करना, उसको कहते हैं to hit below the belt. Means to harm through unfair means. Only a coward will hit below the belt. To hold water. If something is really genuine, permissible, acceptable or valid, it holds water. For example, your statement is clear. You say what you really want to say and it is right. I say your statement holds water. माना ये सही है, बिल्कुल फर्स्ट क्लास है, and मौके पर है, it's legitimate. To hold water means to bear the examination. Your argument is not sound and will not hold water. Write down a sentence. Your statement holds water in the matter. Your statement holds water in the matter. To keep an eye on means to watch something carefully. The teachers keep an eye on the naughty boys to keep the ball rolling, like football, hockey, other things, means to continue business. कारोबार को चलाए रखना. To continue to talk here. He did not want to talk with the strangers, but he kept the ball rolling to keep the wolf away from the door. Wolf is known as a very ravagous or very harmful or dangerous animal, wild beast. So when wolf is there is always danger. Maybe to take away sheep, goat or something else. So to keep the wolf away from door means to keep oneself away from starvation. कहत से बचना, भूख से बचना, बुरे हाल से बचना. To keep wolf from the door means to fight against poverty. You should have as money, as material, as food so that you can survive, you can live on. You don't go astray or you don't starve in hard times. It is difficult for him to keep the wolf away from his door. So with these phrase idioms, I will make you write inshallah on board, or we will make at least 10 or 15 every day, important ones. You should know at least 500, at least 500. Noun, adjective, verb and preposition. They are very useful things. In phrase idioms you come to know how to speak, how to write and how to use them at the right places. They really adorn your composition. They beautify your writing and spoken English, provided they are used at the proper place and sparingly, as I told you here. So this is all for today, inshallah.